Hello, Mr. Dacosis?
Yes. You wanted me to explain Plato's Cave to you, right?
Yeah, I kinda got lost during the lecture.
Yeah, okay. But you have to really visualize it. So basically, in a cave there are prisoners sitting against a large wall, chained around their wrists. Are you picturing it?
Yeah.
These prisoners are the consumers in our society. Thus, the prisoners include me and you. Eyes fixated on the shadows on the opposite wall that are essentially the images the media create. And the actual creators are standing above and behind the wall of prisoners. They are, to Plato, philosophers and actors, but in the media, they are the owners and leaders. The average consumer thinks he or she is in control of what he or she sees, but isn't. A part of you listens, agrees, says yes, and that's of course what they want. We're like puppets, but it doesn't always work. There is always a part in each of our hearts that can't stand the system. And they are always trying desperately to whatever end to fix it. And when we are slaves to the system, just because we give that slight inch of approval, or sometimes being ignorant, we make things run smoothly and successfully for them. So we are slaves in Plato's Cave.
Wow, yeah, I get it.
Good. I mean, I hope I didn't scare you, because it's quite a pessimistic analogy of the media system.
No. In fact, I have my heart set on working in the advertising industry since I saw my first commercial. Nothing's stopping me. I want to make a difference, or in other words, work through the system to do good for society.
Nice. You know, it's like I said the other day, it's part beauty and part beast.
Nicole? Nicole? Nicole?
Yeah?
I just need to borrow a pencil.
Oh, sure, no problem.
When is he gonna get here? Just give him some time, honey. He's a busy man.
Say, do you ever think about when you were in university and the stuff that you learned?
No, sweetie, that was a long time ago. But I do remember this hot TA I had.
Members of the board, I am not pleased with the results of our last campaign. We will not be advertising for all Canadian tobacco due to our failed attempt to convince them to sign with us. Now, since then, the Globe and Mail has cited from who knows what sources that our company has flopped big time. I will not let our reputation go down the drain. I went out of my way to go through the proper individuals and try and convince bushwhacker breweries to sign with us. And did I succeed? Yes. In fact, I'm happy to announce we'll be launching one of the largest and most far-fetched campaigns that not a single consumer will be able to overlook. Now every corner they turn, every crack, every script, every screen, every spot on the city, on the entire map, will be covered with images that we've created and posted everywhere. And the product they've given us to work with? Well, it's, as they say, a beer that increases metabolism and helps burn body fat. So what do you think, Johnson?
Mr. Balaclava Botros, I like where you're going, but how are we going to convince anybody that drinking beer will make you skinny? I mean, everyone already knows that beer makes you fat.
I look out my window, and do you know what I see? Ugly, fat, spoiled consumers. Why are they ugly? Because we told them they were ugly. Why are they fat? Because we said skinny was pretty. And why are they spoiled? Because that's how we like them.
These prisoners are the consumers in our society.
Huh? We did. By telling them they would stink if they didn't wear
And that's of course what they want.
The Axe called it the Axe effect. Soft and Dry said, strong and beautiful. And we said, don't be ashamed. After all, everyone deserves to be loved. And it all worked beautifully. Simply complimentary.
There is always a part in each of our hearts that can't stand the system.
It's beautiful. And these puppets.
We're like puppets.
We're ignorant enough to listen, to say yes.
Agrees, says yes.
And we're going more than ever to force the need to be thin. Images. We need striking images.
The images the media create.
We will puncture through the system like beasts.
You know, it's like I said the other day, it's part beauty and part beast.
And whatever else the Globin Mail could come up with. Now lend me your ears as I describe our tactics.
Plato's Cave. And you. So we are slaves and you, creators in Plato's Cave, slaves, consumer in Plato's Cave.
No, this is...
Miss Akart, I don't believe I said the meeting was over.
Mr. Balaclava Botros. In section C77 is permitted for an employee to resign within a week prior to initial start of the campaign production, when circumstances rendered an employee uncomfortable to work, and in avoidance of conflicting ideas that may and have led to liable cases. Tell you frankly, this is so, and perhaps luckily for you, to save losses that liable cases entail. So I'm resigning as of now.
You know, it's like I said the other day, it's part beauty and part beast. I've known people who worked in the industry and at one point found that the beast was just too powerful, too accepted in our society. Perhaps their objective too inconspicuous, so the system survives. It's embedded in life, in ideology, trespassing time, and encroaching space. And when it's that invasive, it's ideologically pasted in our way of life, which is ultimately consumerism. And if they make mistakes, they will do whatever it takes to fix them.
Well, it might not be that bad. I probably wouldn't just walk away from it. But on the other hand, I don't know what I would do. That's too far in my future, but I'm sure I'll make the right decision. And I know that part of me is a consumer. Always will be, because that's the way of life. And I can feel the other part of me fighting, especially now that I think about Plato's Cave.
And of course, as we all know it, thinness is always on our top agendas and should be taken in high priority. Good news for all you beer lovers.
Bush Record Brewery Co. has come up with a beer that can actually get you looking like J-Lo or
Brad Pitt in no time. And now we take you to a commercial that gives you the hot news
everyone is digging.
And again, it's just so true that everyone that is a slave to the system is a slave in Plato's Cave.